Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Marhaban. Welcome, guys, to the live stream. So let me just, it's too much noor in here, guys. Too much noor. Just decrease the noor. Let's see. Is that better? That's better. So, ahlan wa sahlan, guys. Hope you guys are having an enjoyable time. Friday, mashallah. You can see the white hairs in the beard. So yeah, this is my name is Yakat Zaman. This is Roots of Knowledge. Fridays we have a bit of a chit chat, answer some of your questions as well. So, what's been happening this week, guys? Yeah, let me tell you about go-karting. I've been go-karting this week. So I don't know if any of you guys have been go-karting, but go-karting is a good thing, really enjoyable. Only problem is my arms are hurting now. So my arms have been hurting. Yeah, I think it's because of all that turning and the steering being quite tough. My throat's got a bit, alhamdulillah, just a little bit left. It's just kind of on and off now. It's just sometimes it gets a bit deep and sometimes it gets normal. So I don't know. Ahlan wa sahlan, Muhammad. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh, you are first. Alhamdulillah, Mubarak. You are first here. So that, that in itself is an honor for me and for you as well. Liz Truss has resigned. You know what? Poor lady, man. You kind of feel sorry. What didn't she think what she's getting herself into? Like, the country is in a mess, and you want to become a leader of a country. That's like proper arrogance, that is. Yeah, you think you can fix all of this? Don't think so. One second, guys. Let me have some nice hot tea. As you can see, this is puka tea, vanilla chai. Yeah, cinnamon vanilla. How much cc was your go-kart? I don't know, I don't know, because we went with all the Sufa students. So we went with all the Sufa students, and we went go-karting for about 2 hours or so, and then we went football. Yeah. So first time I've ever been go-karting. I mean, I've probably been when I was young, but there was like small little carts. But this was like really good. Yeah, really enjoyed it a lot. Only problem is that the steering was quite stiff. I don't know if that's normal or not. So I did kind of like my arms later on were quite hurting. My fingers were hurting as well, trying to. But yeah, that's the when you drive in Birmingham, then you're good at go-karting. Fresh Prince, أهلا وسهلا وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا شيخنا حبيبنا يا أهلا وسهلا يا أخي الحبيب Fresh Prince من باكستان. मसीर अली वालेकुम अस्सलाम. क्या ठीक ठाक हूँ भाई, मैं खैरियत से हूँ. आप कैसे हो? आप खैरियत से हो? अमेरिका में क्या हो रहा है आजकल? ये आपका वो लीडर आजकल क्या कह रहे? Where was it? It was in Birmingham. In Birmingham, there's a place called Teamworks. I don't know what speed their go-karts are, actually. Let me check. Teamworks is called. Teamworks in the city centre. Teamworks go-karting Birmingham. Let's see. 1,000 meter track, new Evo, 200cc. Yeah. I don't know. It's saying 200cc, 40 miles per hour. Yeah, that probably, it felt like 40 miles per hour in some places. Yeah, there were electric ones in it. Yeah, Team Sport. That's the one. If you live in Birmingham, you're used to craziness. That's it. That should be the motto. Yeah, that should be our motto. Actually, let me go live stream on Insta. Right. We are on. As for the leader, his dimagh is such that he's probably no longer mukallaf. Yeah, I heard about your leader dimaghs, man. You know what? I think in the past 30 years, the funniest leaders the West has had, the most strangest, stupidest, funniest leaders they've had. You ever been paintballing? No. I haven't. I want to go paintballing, guys. Let's do something. Let's do YouTube Roots of Knowledge paintballing what's it session. Yeah, be good. Biden's Dimag said Biden. Biden sound like the bidets, those toilets. Biden, Bijan's gone. Bijan. Yeah, he was. What about your PM? Who did she leave after 40-ish days? Yeah, that's it. That's the kind of thing we have in Britain. We are like that. We will. We either resign or we get resigned or we get kicked out. So I heard Boris Johnson wants to come back in. That would be a proper shame to Conservative Party and then shame to everyone else as well. And the kind of idiots that these guys have brought in. He was shaking hands with thin air. I don't know. They're saying he's got dementia. Is it true? Is it true Biden's got dementia or something? Yeah. Probably has, like, when you're in your 70s and something like that and you've been through all of that. So yeah, we went to go-karting, and usually we do this about two times a year with the students, full-time students. We go, we do sports with them. We will go like an activity, go for a meal, and that way you kind of bond with them as well. So bonding is an important part of learning and teaching as well. Otherwise, what happens is when there's no bonding, it just becomes like a dry process of gaining information. You have no connection with the teacher. Alhamdulillah, when I studied, I was able to bond with some of my teachers really well. So I mean, some of them gave me loads of time. Very, very sort of we say, what do you say? What's the word for it? In Urdu, you say no takalluf. Yeah, there was no kind of like formalities or artificiality between. It was just a normal kind of thing. Yeah, so I think that is probably one of the biggest things. A lot of students I've seen, they are deprived and they don't get time to actually sit with their teacher and just be normal with the teacher. Yeah, I think that's the one thing that a lot of students, they don't get. They have to be very formal in front of the teacher, sit on their knees, and be quiet, silent. Call yourself to account before you're called to account. Umar ibn Khattab probably has the onset of early dementia, it seems. Yeah, probably. Yeah, looks like it. I don't know how these guys become leaders then, don't they? You know what? I think to become a leader, you need to go through some sort of like a assault course. You need to go through some sort of tests. Like, look at North Korean leader, yeah. When he was born, like there were like some special stars that came in the sky, and I don't know, some strange things happened. So these leaders in the West, they need some sort of like miraculous event occurring. Wa alaikum assalam, Nahid, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. Why do some ulama say that pictures and videos are haram? Because they are similar drawings. Yes, so good question. So the reason about pictures is because in a hadith, it comes in a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said that those who draw images, those who make images, will be given some of the most severe torment in the hereafter. So first of all, what kind of images is this referring to? So some scholars say it's 3D images, like sculptures, statues, not 2D, and others say no, it's 2D. So there's ikhtilaf for whether this prohibition refers to making a 2D image or is it just 3D. Then there's a difference of opinion as to what's the reason for this. Is this like something which we don't know the reason behind, like we don't know why pork is made haram and it's just like that? Or is it that there's a reason behind it? So some say there's a reason, and that reason is because the people were just in the time of shirk, like they were kind of like weaning themselves out of the era of shirk. Then those who made images were causing others to, do more shirk. Yeah, because you're making these images idols. People are going to revere them, honor them, worship them. That was the thing, because that era wasn't like, if you kind of look at different eras, certain practices in different eras hold different statuses. So, for example, nowadays, pictures, it doesn't really hold any religious status. It's basically just for entertainment. Whereas in the past, images were more something that were religious, like the Egyptian, they have the drawings on their buildings. That's like a whole like a religious kind of thing they're doing. And likewise, in the Sistine Chapel, you had those images that are drawn, painted. So this is why some of them say that this is because it's going to lead to shirk. So if there's a strong belief that this thing is going to be worshipped, then it's prohibited. As for small images, the Hanafis allow small images that are smaller than the size of your hand. So images that are smaller than the size of your hand, those are permitted. Like they say, smaller than a little bird. So that shows you that not all images are wrong. It's just those ones that are obviously going to be later on revered and honored and worshipped. So this is why there's an ikhtilaf between them about this. Now, when it comes to, for example, digital images and new, when the scholars gave the fatwas about images being prohibited except for passport photos, stuff like that was in a time when images were not that widespread, as in how they are now. Yeah, how every phone has a camera. In the past, getting hands on a camera, like you'd be lucky if there was one camera on the street, right? There'd probably be on one street, there'd probably be 3 or 4 cameras that were, that people had. Umair, wa alaikum assalam. Umair, I have a question. If Allah has knowledge about everything, for instance, our next moves, who will go to Jannah and Jahannam? What's the point of for our purpose? So what I suggest is go to Sapiens Institute. I've actually answered this question. This question has been answered. Sapiens Institute. So SAPIENCE Institute online, and they've answered these kind of questions. This requires a long discussion about concept of Qadr and how things work, decree works. First of all, our understanding, our mind is very restricted. Like imagine, like for example, how we compare a monkey's mind to our mind, right? We might say to a monkey, 5 plus 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Yeah. Or 2. Yeah, 2. Sorry. I got a monkey's mind. 5 plus 5 equals 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Yeah. Monkey will never understand that. Right? It doesn't matter how long they spend, they can't understand this concept. So there are so many concepts in the universe that we cannot understand. We can't understand how Allah works. We can't understand the whole concept of Qadr. The idea of Qadr, Allah knows every single thing. So going Jannah, Jahannam, this is not considered to be something for Allah. Allah does not benefit in anything at all. Yeah, because that would go against Allah's oneness. This is to show the creation, the test. This is a mercy that Allah has shown the creation. He creates them, and then He puts them through this test. And then this test, they themselves can see where they went wrong. But yeah, so I'm going to check out Sapiens Institute. You'll find a longer answer there, right? But in a gist, it all depends upon how Qadr is understood. Yeah, it's like, it's like scientists kind of say things like nothing is random in the universe, everything is precise, and everything happens exactly, even all the formulas. And even if you throw 100 stones, there's like a mathematical formula for each one. So if someone says, if there's a mathematical formula for each one, what's the point of throwing a stone? If you know that it's already worked out where every stone that you're going to throw in the universe, it will fall, what's the whole point of this? Does that make sense? So it's similar to that idea. If you go go-karting, how is it the first time? If you go go-karting, how is it the first time you went? Yeah, it was the first time I went. I mean, it was the first time I've been go-karting. That's what I meant. First time. I don't know. Have you guys ever been go-karting? Muhammad Prairie, ahlan wa sahlan, my brother. Ahlan wa sahlan from Chicago. What's happening? I don't know the Chicago accent, so I can't kind of use that with you. You had to lead today? Yes, I led Juma today. Those are probably my favorite types of teachers. Yeah, the ones that you chill out with, innit? Be good. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you? I am very good. Thank you very much. And see, the benefit of having a teacher that you can talk to on a normal human level is that you don't invent formalities as part of the deen. So what happens is, if someone is studying by a teacher and they don't know how to interact with them, they don't know how to talk to them, they can't just be themselves around them, they invent formalities, like they invent this idea how you're supposed to be with the teacher, and they're like standing there with their hands to their sides and looking down on the ground. I personally don't believe in that kind of that approach. I think it's not really natural. The Sahaba were very informal around the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You got any podcasts you like listen to at the moment? Nothing at the moment. Nothing at the moment. I'm kind of neutral. I've been quite busy with so much work. So yeah, I've been kind of neutral. Be good. Wa alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan. Be good. Even in the West, it seems sifarish goes a long way. Yeah, that's it. It's just a human thing, man. It's a human thing. Sifarish Ali and Rishwat Ali. Those are 2 brothers in Pakistan. As one guy told me. S. Hussein, wa alaikum assalam. Ahla wa sahlan. S. Hussein, ahla wa sahlan. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying the nice rainy weather today. the nice gloomy skies. No tea today. Yes, I have my tea. Here is my tea. I want to learn UK roadman slang. You want to learn UK roadman slang? I don't know too much UK roadman slang. Yeah, but if there's anyone on here that knows some UK roadman slang, like Alan Rock slang, Aston slang, yeah. Like for example, they'll say I know some things. Like they'll say, for example, wagwan. Wagwan is like a kind of patois Jamaican thing, but the Asians are using it as well. Wagwan, like what's happening? Wagwan. Or what else? What else people say? I don't know. What else people say? Come on, guys, put in the comments. Tell me the UK slang for brother Masir, because he wants to devise a course for all those tourists that want to come from America to Bradford and Birmingham. Does rejecting all hadith make you a kafir? So if a person rejects all hadith, and those hadith contain like certain topics which are fundamental parts of the deen, then yes, that person will be considered to be out of the fold of Islam. Yeah. Muhammad Preri, wa alaikum assalam. Who were your teachers in Birmingham who you were very informal with? So there's quite a few. There was quite a few. So, for example, like Sheikh, well, in the first year, there was a scholar from South Africa called Mullah Ismail. Yeah, he was kind of chilled out. There was also Qadi Sultan. Yeah, he was a really chilled out guy. Mullah Bilal was a nice guy. It was kind of like semi-formal. Used to take us out, we may go to his house. Mullah Adil was good. I mean, I don't know who you know, but it's those are some of them. And then some of the senior ones were difficult to be able to get time with. That's the thing. But when Dr. Abdul Razak, he had a kind of robe with him, but you could be very formal with him and ask him stuff informal. Yeah, and then outside of Benoit Tan, I benefit from a lot of other teachers. Mufti Farooq Hassan Zay, Mufti Thaqib, Uddin. Yeah, I benefit a lot from them. May Allah reward you, at least that you have definitely made studying Arabic for myself very accessible by posting Ajurumiyah. You're welcome, my brother Mukit. May Allah bless you. Thank you very much for your kind, lovely du'as. May Allah keep you happy. Jazakallah khair, guys. Check out the Ajurumiyah. If any of you guys are wanting to learn Arabic grammar, check out Ajurumiyah series I made. Right. Haydar, wa alaikum assalam. Could you explain al-fard al-mutlaq and fard al-nisabi? Yeah, so fard al-mutlaq basically means that if after the Sahabi, this is a term used in Usul Hadith, if after the Sahabi only one individual narrates it, like out of all the database of Hadith, there's only one individual, you call this entire Hadith fard mutlaq, gharib mutlaq. And if, however, there are multiple people that narrated from the Sahaba, but then after them, somewhere down the line, it all comes down to one individual, it kind of like bottlenecks itself to one individual, then that chain is called fard nisabi. Yes, G, that's the one. Yes, G. Okay, Masir Ali, have you add that to your what's it, vocab list here, to your dictionary. Yes, G. Basically, what yes, G means is yes, sir. Yeah. So, like, if you go to someone and you're kind of like in a good mood as well, and you kind of you're not too good mood, right? But you're in a good mood and you see them, you smile and you say yes, G, like you're happy to see them because maybe they got something for you. Yeah. Or they've done something you're proud of, right? So you say, yes, G. Yeah. So you don't want to learn roadman lingo. You want a bag of peas? Yes, look at that. You want a bag of peas? You want a bag of 1,000 pounds. So you go on the streets and if someone says to you, bro, you got a bag of peas? And then you got to say, sorry, sir, I don't have a bag of peas with me, but I do have a bag of baked beans with me. What a joke. I don't even know what roadman means. Roadman is basically the kind of like the average guy in the street, their lingo. In it, yeah, Mukita saying in it as well. So Americans don't say in it, do they? In it, yeah. So it's like in it is like like in Urdu, you say yeah, but say it, na, henna. Yeah, it's like one of those ones. Ain't that right? In America, what do you guys say in America? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? I don't know what you guys say. Akib Hussein wa alaikum assalam. Would it be okay to consider the 80 durood after Asr as sunnah? No. There's no established sunnah for the 80. The hadith is very, very weak. Mufti Saab, you mentioned something about Hidayah lessons on Wednesdays as well as Usul Hadith lessons. Are these free? Yes. You can email and inshallah you'll get access. Muhammad, I got my shutter phone. Ah, yes, my shutter phone. Yes, look at this one. I like this one. This is like a very sort of like there's ikhtilaf in how you actually say this and where you actually say this. Yeah. But Muhammad, clearly he's demonstrating the average sort of roadman, slang that's being used. So I got my shutter phone actually means I have a second mobile on which I sell drugs. which is kind of like very accurate there. Yeah, I don't know how you know that, Muhammad, but yeah, we'll just give you husn dhan there. So it's like Haji, innit? Ah, Haji, Haji. Yeah, that's it. That's it, bro. You're getting it. You're getting it. So will a mutlaq hadith be stronger than nisabi? No. So these are not to do with strength. So fard mutlaq and fard nisabi have nothing to do with its strength. Yeah, it's just to do with like where that isolation has occurred, where that solitary, the solitary sort of like reason has been found in the chain. Zakir Hussein, some Urdu Imams recite Surah Fatiha last ayah as غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. It's wrong. They shouldn't be doing it. They should try to correct their recitation. But if they can't, if they find it difficult, then it's okay. These are hilarious. No, they're not hilarious, my brother. This is how, when we go out on the street, this is how we converse with people and we hear them. In America, say word. That's what's up. Oh, word. Yeah. Yo, imagine that actually sounds good, go down the street. Yo, what's happening, bro? Word. Yeah, word. Word, bro. It actually wouldn't work here. Word is like kalima, isn't it? Kalima. Allahu Akbar. In America, see that everyone's saying the kalima. In fiqh discussions during lessons of hadith, a teacher is giving hadith proofs of Hanafis as well as response to proofs. They grade Hanafi hadith proofs according to muhaddithin. They use muhaddithin terminology to grade hadith proofs. What's the reason for this if Hanafi have their own usul? So generally, I mean, there could be possible various reasons, but generally the main reason is to show the other party that the Hanafis do have hadith, right? So they're not without hadith. That's the main reason. Yeah, so it's not to show that these are the hadith that Abu Hanifa was looking at. So if you watch the Usul Hadith videos, then inshallah this will make sense. He probably knows a couple of blokes or a mandem. Yeah, mandem as well. Yeah, mandem. When I first heard that, I was thinking, what's this mandem? Is it madam? حدثنا من roadmans. Yeah. We believe you, bro. We believe you, Muhammad. We believe you. حدثنا, yeah. It's not like it's not like that lease, yeah. In America, we say it's brick outside when it's cold. Oh, look at that. It's brick outside. Yeah, like what do you say in England when it's cold? What do you guys say? What's the most slangish thing that you ever heard about it's cold outside? Yeah, it's freezing. It's what? Come on, guys, help me out here. I'm kind of like, stuck in this situation. I can't think of what people normally say. Are specialized in fiqh and hadith or just fiqh? No, I just specialize in fiqh. I haven't specialized in hadith. That place is live. That place has a lot of social gatherings. Oh yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. That place is live. That person's firing. That person's firing. Have you heard that? That person's firing. It's raining cats and dogs. Is that what you guys say? Okay. Be good. How would you define luzum ta'nith in English? I have no idea. This is from Hidayat al-Nahu. I guess probably luzum al-ta'nith, you would say something like it's Muhammad, come out with something. You come out with some good English. Yeah, not slang. Don't come out with luzum al-ta'nith slang, yeah? Yeah, some kind of rude word. Luzum al-ta'nith. So permanent, feminine. Yeah. permanent femininity. What would you guys come up with? Zakir Hussein, is there hadith as لولاك العلماء خلقت الأفلاك? Yes, there is, but it is very, very weak, or some say abrogated. Some say it's fabricated. If we want to add emphasis on something, we add the word mad. So, for example, if it's extremely cold outside, it's mad brick outside. Mad. Yeah, we say mad as well. Yeah. The guy's a mad liar. The guy's a mad liar. Yeah. What type of mutawatir will be the Quran? Would it be isnad? No. It'd be tawatur bitabaqa. So it's basically it's mass generation has passed it down. Yeah, mass generation has passed it down. No, it's not. It wouldn't be isnad because we don't have we can't write down everyone's isnad. That's the thing. Yeah. So to get everyone's isnad and to check everyone's isnad to be authentic, we don't really kind of can do that. So you say it's. Do ulama who usually teach Dawra Hadith specialize in Hadith? Not really. Not really. I mean, they should, but the thing is, in madrasas, Dawra Hadith is not really taught from an Usul Hadith specialization approach. So Usul Hadith specialization is different than teaching Dawra Hadith, because Usul Hadith is more to do with the approach of how you grade Hadith. Whereas Dawra Hadith is more to do with matan. That's why they say Usul Hadith is ilmul diraya, and Usul Hadith and Dawra Hadith is ilmul riwaya. It's basically dealing with the text of Hadith, trying to make sense of the text, reconciling it with other texts. Yeah, that's the. Ahmad R. Wa alaikum assalam. Can you explain كل ميسر لما خلق له? Yeah, كل ميسر لما خلق له. So this is a hadith that comes in Sahih Muslim. It basically means every single human being, كل إنسان ميسر, has been facilitated. Like in our lives, things are happening for us. We don't realize. But behind the scenes, it's like someone is opening doors for us. So كل ميسر لما خلق له. Every single individual plays this important role in the whole, you can say, the whole blueprint of the universe. And every individual has this role to play that they're created for. It's like this path they're going to be taking. And then obviously it's up to them of the decision they make. It's up to them. So there are some people who have been created. They haven't been created yet. They're still in the wombs of their mothers or in their mothers. And they are going to play an important role in, let's say, the leadership of the UK. They still haven't been created yet. But then they're going to come. And then there's those who are going to play important roles in education, important roles. Some are going to be created, important roles in other areas of life, whether it's even bad things. But then it's all about the decision that individuals make. Muhammad Hussein, wa alaikum assalam, my brother, Sheikh or Lala, how are you? I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Thank you very much. I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying yourself, enjoying the nice rainy weather today. Muhammad, Luzum Ta'anis is one that has confused me till this day. You can't take the femininity away from the word because it has two suburbs in one word. Hence, it is munsarif. No idea then or now. Okay, guys. So, Muhammad can't help us. Haider Ali. Is definition mutawatir mushtarak to do with concepts more than events? Yes. It's what we call common denominator. Such concepts as the Prophet doing a miracle is mutawatir mushtarak, but the actual event of such event isn't. That's right. Glad to know I'm not alone in this. Yeah, so anyway, guys, so that's been my week, guys. Alhamdulillah. And I hope you guys have checked out the videos that I've made. I made various videos this week. You got learn how to read the Quran. We've done half of Surah Bayyinah. MashaAllah, loads of people have been benefiting from that. And then on Tuesday, I did a hadith as well about the believer is the mirror of a believer. If you guys just want to join my Telegram, on there, if you join the Telegram, I put up all these updates. I mean, I know I put up updates on other social networks as well, but on there I put it up. So let's just see Wagwan, what Telegram is saying. Where's Telegram? Okay, actually, can't seem to find it. Is that a jumper, Rami, bro, looking like a Rami? By the way, guys, Rami, yeah, Rami is like Mirpuri slang there, yeah. Rami, it kind of means like, although the literal meaning is wrong, but the way how you use it is actually in a good way. Yeah, it's like saying mad, yeah, but a bit, you know. Yes, this is a jumper I'm wearing because so I got my top on here, and then under my top, on top of my top, I got my jumper on, nice to keep warm because I got my arthritis. So under this, I've got like an underlay as well. Yeah, so this underneath, yeah, this wicker top, it's like a hiking top. This basically helps the sweat. So if I sweat underneath, it doesn't gather; it kind of dries away. So I wear 3 layers, and underneath as well, I got layers on as well. अनवर सदीक वालेकुम अस्सलाम अहला व सहलन मेरे प्यारे भाई कैसे है आपका कैसे हाल है आपका आज आज मेरा हाल बहुत ज़बरदस्त है यार बहुत ज़बरदस्त आज इंशाल्लाह आप लोग के साथ बहुत ज़बरदस्त गुफ्तगू होगा इंशाल्लाह look at that been biking late I should teach you guys hidayah Urdu in it yeah I should use my Pathan Urdu yeah bring some entertainment into it. Have you guys been watching those vines, the videos that these guys in Pakistan have been making? It's like a Tablighi Jamaat, and they go to this cricket pitch, and they play cricket. They want to get the guys to go with them to the Tablighi Jamaat, and they play cricket with them. You seen that? It's probably funny, but it's like really good in a way because it kind of shows you like a good message. I've been biking, like yes, I went biking last week. By the way, guys, I have purchased a new bike. Alhamdulillah, I've got a new bike. I've actually bought Abdul Majid's bike. So Abdul Majid's not here today, but if he was here, he would have mentioned it. So I bought his bike, and he's bought another bike. He's bought a more advanced bike than his one, and I've taken his bike. So we'll see, inshallah. So now it's a carbon frame bike, inshallah. So I'll be able to ride longer and faster, inshallah. Please carry on with the Buyut series, inshallah. You liking the Buyut series, yeah? Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Inshallah, make dua that I want to complete the whole Quduri. I think you know what's going to happen? I'm going to complete all of Quduri, and just when I finish my Quduri, yeah, I'm going to die. I was just thinking about that. What if I just complete the last Quduri and then, La ilaha illa Muhammadur Rasulullah. I think what I would like to die after I have completed Quduri, all of Hidayah, the explanation of the whole Quran, or his translation of it. Yeah. I think at least those ones. Inshallah, that is my aim. Before I leave the world, yeah, guys. So hopefully, inshallah, I'll be continuing the Quduri. The only thing is, it's like, have you seen the videos? It's like, because there's a lot of explanation I've got to give, I can't spend like too long on the text. So this is why, or I have to spend a lot longer than I anticipated on the text, because it's like very, condensed text, and it requires opening up and explaining other things. Just give me some feedback, guys, on those videos. So what kind of things do you think I should add into there to make it more interesting for you guys as well? Because what I don't want is, I don't want to make videos, then 2 years down the line, someone says, "Oh, Ustad, can you add this in your videos?" Because sometimes it happens. Like someone's watching my early Quduri videos on Tahara, and someone says, "Oh, Ustad, can you do this in there?" And I think, "Oh, I wish I knew that from before." Making moves. I am working very hard. What it could mean, I'm leaving. Ikhtilaf between the two. Haydar Ali, prior to Imam Shafi, what was the primary way the ulama verified the codified fiqh outside the Quran? Was it through common actions of Sahaba? That was one of the main ways, yes. The Malikis and the Shafis used to do this, definitely. In fact, what you can read, there's actually a treatise written by Dr. Suhail Hanif. It's called Locating Sharia. So read that. I definitely encourage you to do that. Locating the Sharia. He discusses this there. Looking Rami in black. Qasme, bro. Jazakallah khair, Muhammad. Shayma Khan, wa alaikum assalam. Ahla wa sahlan, Shayma Khan. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the weather in America. Muhammad Prairie, what's his new bike like, and how's your new bike? Basically, his new bike is like a more advanced version. So these bikes come in different. The bikes can do several things. Some bikes are good at long distance. so they're long distance comfortable. Some bikes are good at speed, so they're not very good at a very long distance, but this at speed they're very good. Some bikes are good when it comes to, for example, like different types of weather. Yeah. Some bikes are good in their weight, the aerostreaming, aerodynamics. So there's various things. So what happens is when you're looking for a bike, you want to look for certain qualities in the bike. So you might want to focus on speed if you're in a race, if you like racing, riding fast. But if you're not after speed, you're just after long distance, endurance. Then you want a certain bike. So these bikes come in different prices. If you want a really good bike, you're gonna have to pay around about £2,000 to £4,000. Yeah, like a really good one, a long distance, regular rider one. You can get one of your students to finish it off. Yeah, I wish I could, Inshallah, I'm gonna try to train people up so they could do a similar thing that I do, and then maybe continue it. That's the idea, inshallah. I think I'll probably start looking into that. I'd like to train up men and women so they could do this, inshallah, and maybe even open up their own YouTube channels and continue doing this kind of work, inshallah. Because a lot of khidmat of deen can be done in various ways. There's no one way of khidmat deen, right? The service of deen can be done in various ways. In teaching, there's two things that you need to have in teaching. Number one is you need to have accessibility. Everyone should have access to knowledge, and therefore that means free knowledge, and it needs to be in a very high quality way. Number two is that the knowledge has to be relevant. You need to make yourself relevant for that knowledge. So I think if teachers can understand these two things, then honestly, the knowledge is going to become so enjoyable. Anything they teach is just going to become enjoyable to listen to, right? But those are the two things that you need, I think, need to have. And people need to understand this idea of teaching is not just about translating something and passing it on. Teaching is about, passing the information onto them like a sponge, and absorb it into them. It would probably be the best Qaduri series on YouTube, inshallah. Someone will make someone better. I know. It just happens. It's the sunnah of Allah. There's always going to come someone who's always going to be better. But you do your best, isn't it? That's the main thing. What's the easiest Qaduri series to understand? Alhamdulillah. If you want, I can help you with Kans. Yes, inshallah. That would be excellent. May Allah let you finish all your projects you have planned. Ameen. Ameen. Perhaps add extra details or the fatwa positions in the course, if not already done. Yeah, see, that is what I don't want to do. Like, no offense. Yeah, I know Americans are, think ahead of us, but the reason I don't want to do this is because I want to keep the book as what it's been designed for. So I don't want to make the book like a Frankenstein book where I'm teaching the book and then I'm superimposing other future things onto the book. That's, I think, what the problem. And I think a lot of students, they want that in the lessons, but they don't understand what they have to. They have to study each book at its level, and then later on, everything will come. Can I start learning Qaduri as I'm in a starting stage, or which kitab? Yes, go for it. Try Qaduri. Try it. Sheikh, I recently read Imam Ibn Jawzi's recommended curriculum for a student knowledge. See what you think. Don't know if you take any interest in Pakistani politics, but Imran Khan was disqualified today by the election commission and can't take part in elections. Inna lillahi wa inna raji'un. Ajib. Look at that. Now, what was the reason for it? What did they say? Unlimited Eric, struggling to get married, haven't found anyone yet. Any advice? Give me your du'as, inshallah. Just keep looking, bro. That's how it works, inshallah. Keep looking, keep asking around, inshallah. Allah make it easy for you, my brother. Okay, I'm going to go off Instagram now. If anyone wants to continue, come onto YouTube. Take care, guys. Muhammad, memorizing Quran. Number 2, tafsir, not too deeply, but not too briefly. Number 3, recite according to 7 qira'at. Number 4, grammar, major books of linguists. 5, hadith books alongside fundamental of hadith science. Do not neglect Sira either, no Shamail, Fiqh and Usul, Kalam, Dalail, Nubuwa. Whoa, that's like the whole Dars Nizami. Yeah, definitely, it's good, 100%. It's basically Dars Nizami, but obviously, it's just ordered in a sort of overall way. Personally, I would say to avoid tarkib in Quduri, but I know a lot of people like it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A lot of people have contacted me and said, please continue tarkib. Like Imam Razi's students finish his tafsir. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan, Muhammad Hassan Basit. Luqman, also knowledge needs to be imparted gradually, building up to fundamentals, definitely. Muhammad, they say he didn't do so well. Many couldn't tell where Imam Razi stopped because he died and where the students took off as he kept the style of Imam Razi's well. Okay. Maryam alaikum assalam. If one drops the Quran, is sadaqah given? No need. Just if it's done out of accident, it's fine. Just do istighfar. Zakir, what is the ruling of saying salam to non-mahram women? It's permissible, but if there is a fear that this is going to lead to something else, something wrong, then it should be avoided. How do Arabs read without i'rab when not learning sarf and grammar? Is it just familiarity? A lot of them is just familiarity with them. I knew an Arab, and he said to me, I don't know grammar, but if you read, I can tell you the mistakes you're making. It's like in English, I think. Same thing in English. You might not know English grammar, but you've read so much English that you can tell when someone makes a mistake in where they put the word. Many times Sahaba were away from the Prophet in situations that they didn't know ruling, so they made a decision and verified with the Prophet when they had the chance. Can we do this by asking a scholar later? See, that's the whole thing is the Quran says, Fas'alu ahla dhikr. So whenever you're in a situation, you should ask a scholar. If you can't ask a scholar, then obviously, you don't really have the means, but you should ask a scholar in normal situations. What is our dalil to say that we must make up our salahs if missed according to the Ahnaf? So the dalil basically is this, that the concept of qada was there in the time of the Prophet ﷺ. So the Prophet ﷺ has missed his salat on several occasions, but always made them up. He always made them up. And the Prophet ﷺ also says, whoever sleeps missing a salat and whoever forgets it has to make it up. So the concept of making up a salat is there. So the Hanafis, they say that this is because whenever Allah commands you to do something, instruction, how do you say that command has dropped from you? You can't say. And so those people who say we don't have to do qada, we say to them, if Allah says pray salat, how can you say that after the salat time finishes, I don't have to pray? I don't have to make up for missed salats. No, because if Allah has told you, even if you were ignorant, Allah is still telling you at Fajr time, at Zohar time, at Asr time, Maghrib time, Isha, pray, and you're ignoring it. So it doesn't mean that it's absolved. You still have to carry on praying. So this is where the concept of qada comes from. When you get the chance. Imam Abu Yusuf rahimahullah, like in Urdu, people can read without dhamma, fatha and kasra simply because they know the language. Yes, good point. Definitely. Have you guys seen the hair, guys? Scrolling back again. Yeah. Hair's growing again. I am facing so many doubts. I have seek knowledge. Omar Khan, if I started practicing the faith in my later teenage years, am I obligated to make up the fasts and prayers up until I was practicing? Yes. So you make them up slowly. Every day you make up some prayers and keep it up, inshallah. And inshallah, this is something which is a very noble act as well. What is Kitab Bulugh al-Maram about? It's about hadith of fiqh according to Shafi madhab. No, it's not the Shafi madhab. Muhammad Prairie Muhtisab, do you think it's really important to sit down and talk with the person you're going to get married to in front of their mahram before? I think definitely yes, 100%. Because it's not like a blind date or anything. You don't want to just risk it. Tawakkul. Even Ibn Abbas who said that the Prophet ﷺ said that the two people that are going to get married should look at each other, because that look, it creates love inside their heart after they get married. Yeah, so that's something which they should do. Once a guy gave his wife one divorce over the phone and then texted another divorce after 5 minutes, but next day claimed that he was under the influence of. Would the divorce account? So basically, if there is an ikhtilaf amongst the Hanafis, that if a person is intoxicated, will a divorce occur or not? So some of the Hanafis, they're on the opinion that no, it won't, and other Hanafis say yes, it will. I mean, if he's honestly, genuinely under the influence of drugs and he wasn't in his right sense of mind, then we take his word for it. And we just say one divorce occurred on the phone. Or if he's even saying that was, then possibly. All depends. These kind of issues, they need to speak, both parties need to speak to a scholar about this. That's how it works. SubhanAllah, I read an answer about missed prayer just last night by Sheikh Musa Khurba when he said all four schools agree you have to make a missed salah besides Ibn Taymiyyah. And the reasoning Ibn Taymiyyah used was that whoever doesn't pray is a kafir and salah is not fard upon a kafir. Yeah, that's the argument that he uses. Okay, guys. So I think I'm going to call it a day, guys. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much for watching this live stream. Oh, by the way, my car seems to stop on Thursdays, guys. Yesterday it stopped. It didn't work. So I was actually in this place and I was like sitting there for like 40 minutes trying to start the car. And then what happened was Asr time came and it was like Maghrib was about to start. So I thought I'd get home for Asr. Obviously, the car was starting. So I prayed Asr. On the side path, and then alhamdulillah got in the car, tried it again a few times, and then it worked. And then alhamdulillah, got home. So I'm still looking for the car, guys. I'm still looking for a car. I'm actually looking into maybe BMW, maybe Mercedes, something which is reliable. Right. If you have questions, seek answers. Allah. Now say that in roadman style. On that note, I need some tea. I briefly spoke to a girl for marriage and it didn't work out. She still messages me and asks me questions about Islam. Is that allowed? I mean, see, these kind of things, you don't want it to lead to something else. So I would generally say it's best to kind of tell her to communicate with someone where there isn't going to be these feelings. Faham, akhlaq. I had a lot of doubts this year about Islam. It's true, and I seek knowledge and I address them. However, I get this weird feeling I'm still not a Muslim because of these doubts. Am I going to hell? No, inshallah, you're not. No, inshallah, you're not. S. Hussein, ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome. Welcome. Haider Ali, I briefly spoke to Omar Khan. On that note, I need some. If you have questions, seek answers. Muhammad, what questions would you ask a potential spouse? So I think it all depends. Basically, look at it this way. If you had to make a friend, if you had to make a really good long-term friend with someone, what is the thing that you think that you're going to need? Like, so for example, you're going to live with them, obviously. So what would you kind of want? So you'd want someone, for example, would they be able to tolerate some of your habits? Like some of the habits that it's hard for you to get rid of. Yeah, would they be able to tolerate those? So you got to kind of think, would that person be able to tolerate? Are you someone who doesn't mind other people? Like, are you someone who's very influenced? Like, are you someone who's dominant, who doesn't like other people having a lot of their opinions thrown on you? Or are you someone who kind of doesn't mind that if someone else will decide for you what to do, right? I think I think that's probably and then it's a kind of like, what would you do in these kind of situations question. So you give them some questions. What would you do in this kind of situation? Like you're trying to maybe look for a partner in a company, something like that. What would you do in a situation if you lost all your wealth and you lost your house? What would you do in that situation? So you can kind of, but then a lot of these questions don't really reflect what in reality will happen. Yeah. So I mean, sometimes you could just get on with each other even though you don't answer the right questions. So it's a tough one. I think someone once put up like, I think who was it, MP put up once, like 100 questions that you can ask. Yeah, and I don't think these questions are really so relevant to the marriage or anything, like directly, because they might not reflect really. You might because normally, see, they found that when people speak to people and answer their questions, like general personal questions, they usually try to answer the questions that they think the other person would like. Yeah, so I think there was like I was watching a documentary and they were saying this, like they said they asked people questionnaires about a certain thing, and they said generally they found whenever people answer the question, they were always thinking, what would so and so say? What would they like? What answer would they like? They wouldn't give their own personal answer. So I think a lot of people are into this kind of stuff. That it's pointless asking them questions because they will just give you an answer according to what you're gonna like, because they just want to make you happy. Get a Lexus. Inshallah, bro. Inshallah, I'm going to rob a bank. and get a Lexus. That's it. That's what I understood from you. That it's probably that Allah wants you to walk to Jum'ah for the ajr. Yeah, walk like 4 miles. If you have them questions, seek them answer. If you have them question, seek answers. That's messed up, guys. That's messed up. Sorry. Favorite color. That's the first question I always ask when making friends. Favorite color. Oh, I never asked my friend that. Are you doing tafsir series in this channel? Yes. Are you still doing your hidayah? Yes. I would like someone with taqwa, but how will we know that? You gotta test their heart. You gotta open their heart, and you gotta check, is there taqwa in there? Some advice I received is ask questions that don't have right or wrong answers. That's a good one. If she says my favorite color is gold, is that a red flag? Girl, be Muhammad, you properly probed this one. Yeah, you probably kind of like, yeah, man. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's just, it's like it's a bit of a gamble as well. Yeah, getting married to someone, it's a bit of a gamble. Like, are you gonna get the right person? Are they gonna get on with you? Are you gonna be a person who's just gonna try to please them, make them happy the rest of their life, even though you might not be happy? Are they gonna try to make you happy, even though they're so it's like one of those kind of ones. Yeah, it's difficult to kind of, and this is why you see non-Muslims when they get into girlfriend boyfriend relationships, it's just like kind of like, right, okay, this one worked, this one didn't work, next one, try this one. This one worked for 2 months, okay, this one. Next one only worked for a week, next one. Eventually they've kind of tested so many that they kind of fed up of it, they've lost their kind of interest, and they just, I don't know. What do you guys say? बेपर्दगी से क्या नतीजा निकला, जिसको बेटा समझा वो भतीजा निकला. Wah, wah, wah. Is that why you had a niqab the other day preparing for bank missions? Oh, yeah, I still got it in my car. I'm thinking, what if the police stop me and they find these gloves and balaclava? They would think, all right, mate, all right, there, where are you off to? So I've got to be careful with that. I've got to kind of just say, this is for my prayer. This is what I use for my prayer, when I'm like really in the mode. I'll put this balaclava on, put these gloves on, and I say, oh yeah, that sounds like something Muslims would do. Yeah, leave him alone. How can I do your hidayah? I'm still on Quduri, but I'm thinking ahead. Yeah, I think just wait for now. Yeah, wait for now. Do finish Quduri, then you can join them, inshallah. Because hidayah is going to take years to finish. Don't worry. Is it permissible to go to a country for working where there is no Jummah and no masjid in the country? It's possible, yeah, you can go there. Big man thing, you got to make sure you're prepared for marriage. Yes, that big man thing. Have you been going to Alam Rock lately for food? I went last week. Won't be going today. Yeah. So I went last week. Last week they had. Well, I didn't have any much food. I just went there for the company. Yeah, some friends went there, so I went there for the company. Alam Rock is the place for proper foodies. Well, maybe not everyone agrees with you there, Muhammad Prairie, but it is a place. Alam Rock is well known. All right, guys, take care, inshallah. I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much. And I will talk about my new Mac 14. Yeah, I bought a new Mac 14 inch. It's a M1 Pro, M1 X chip. Yeah, M1 X chip. Is it X? Is it called X? Yeah, M1 X or M1. Yeah, or Pro. The one above M, basically. So I've been using that, alhamdulillah, and then I'll let you guys know, inshallah. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Easy education. I'm very welcome. Thank you very much. I'm very happy. Thank you very much. No, I'm very welcome. Very happy. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys next time. Tomorrow, inshallah. Make sure you're tuned in. And also a dream course. Remember the dream course, guys. Those who are interested, I will be having a dream course where I'll be explaining about dreams. And that's going to take place on the 12th of November, inshallah. 12th of November. If I go to the country, there will be no Jum'ah in my lifetime. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Yeah, Sahaba went to some countries and they left, obviously. And for Jum'ah, you need a large congregation. Sometimes I watch your video, Muhtasar al-Quduri. Thank you very much. Alhamdulillah. You're welcome, Haider. Prayer for Sterling Sharif, because Liz Truss took out his janaza in 40 days. Yeah, that's true. And the pound, I think the pound dropped below the dollar. Can you let us know if it will be held live or live streamed? Yes, it will be live streamed, inshallah. It's going to be live streamed. It's going to start at 10 o'clock in the morning, UK time, finish at 3, inshallah, 3 p.m. UK time. So if you go to a Sufa Institute website, you can register there. So it's not on Uruk. Sufa Dreams. The reality of dreams. Yeah, this is it. This is the course. This is the course. If the pound drops before the dollar, I'm buying Islamic books. What if the pound and the dollar both drop? Then what are you going to do? No ilm. No ilm, no cry. Yeah, that's why I say no ilm, no cry. Okay, guys. You like that one, Muhammad? Yeah? All right, take care, man. Guys, have a nice one, inshallah. And enjoy the weekend. So make more. Inshallah, I will, my brother. Inshallah, I will. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.